Will you join me?
You're watching Myers Paranormal.
Hi,
Hey,
everybody.
y'all.
Good to see you. How y'all doing? Let's see who we got in the house tonight. We got Dustin with PPR. Thank you so much for coming. And we got Eddie. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. And we have Easy Rose. Thank you for coming. The Roses. Good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Hey.
Let's see. It jumped. Eddie. There we go. Well, hi, Dragon. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. Hi there, George. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Make sure we don't miss anybody. There is Raw Edge Paranormal. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Let's see. All right, we got everybody.
Thank y'all for coming, y'all.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight and listening to our craziness, which is definitely craziness. But let me fix something right quick. All right, got that handled. All right. So, as y'all know, over the last 3 days, we've been in Kentucky and we've had strange experiences from the whole time we were there. Some of them happened before we ever even got to the hall, but it was all to do with the hall. But talking about exhausted, Jesus Christ! But we got where we were going safely. We had the nicest hotel, the nicest people
that we ever been in. We only been in since we've been married about
2 or 3.
3. Yep, 3.
And, like, they had an amazing breakfast in the mornings. I mean, you couldn't ask for better. Like, the hotel beds and everything was clean and fresh and just awesome. So, and thank you, Raw Edge, for coming in. We really appreciate you, and we make everybody a family member around here, so that'll help you connect if you haven't got anybody. And kind of the way we do things when we're on trips like that, ahead of time we find cemeteries that are in those local areas and pinpoint them. And we establish our base camp as our hotel, of course, and we just go out from there. Like we stay within an hour or so around, and we just hit every place we can go to. And the first day we were there, we hit all the points I already had. Literally, we got them all, and I was like, dang,
but we found many more. And there's
Yes.
still a lot we didn't get to explore. So
Yeah.
we definitely going back.
And a couple of them were strange. We would click on that GPS point. The GPS would take us somewhere completely in a whole nother direction.
But it was somewhere we needed to be.
It was somewhere we needed to be. Talking about, we found one of the oldest graves I ever seen. The person was born in 1721. He was a founding of someplace. But we went. It led us to a cemetery, and then leaving that cemetery, we found another one, and they were old cemeteries.
Thank you for dropping our merch store.
Oh yeah, thank you for that.
And y'all can drop your links.
Hello, Christine.
But since y'all all wrenches, you just can click on each other.
Mm-hmm. And we were, Friday night, Tanya and Vicky and Dustin were filming inside the Old Stone Jail there in Franklin. And I was like, man, we need to go there. So what I did was I put the pinpoint in.
Hey, PW.
Well, hi, PW. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. And, well, it took us to Bowling Green, which is a whole nother city about 15 minutes away from where we're supposed to go anyway. But it said Blood. And while we were there in Bowling Green, we found an aeronautics little park, and it actually had a helicopter that flew some of the presidents there, and there was airplanes and other helicopters and jets and all sorts of stuff there.
So y'all be seeing that eventually?
Yeah, that'll be coming out. And then while there in Bowling Green, we looked up a few cemeteries, and we filmed a couple. One of them was so massive, we could film like a third of it. It was so big.
And surprising, it connected.
Yeah, we'll tell you the connection after we get into the hall part. But we explored, and there were actually Myers there at that particular cemetery, which was insane. And there was hundreds upon hundreds of veterans that were buried there that had died in war or even after. But thank you for dropping that, Eddie. Appreciate that. And well, we got through there. We kind of went back to the hotel, kind of rested up.
Oh, and had the edit videos.
Yes.
Get them off
our phones. I deleted TikTok and everything.
Just to be ever.
I can use this.
You can use this?
That?
Okay.
Oh.
That we'll get to that. We'll show you what she can use.
And then this.
We'll show you. We got some new gear in to show y'all.
In a minute.
And let's see. And like Jared or somebody was live Friday night. I don't remember. Somebody was live and we watched it. Threw all those videos together. Got them up. And then come Saturday, we got up and we hit even more cemeteries. Yeah. We just went and filmed all around.
We would go out. We would have to go back, eat, and then edit, upload in private. That's what we do. We edit them private, put them on YouTube, private them, play our phone, and then go back out.
Yeah, and we did that, and I think Friday was the day that we went to Bowling Green. That's where we spent most of the day, and then we ate lunch. Barely had time to make it. Candle. We barely had time to make it to the hall, but when we got to the hall, it was beautiful, off out in the country, surrounded by fields, you know.
Okay, I hope you have a wonderful evening and be safe.
Oh yeah, thank you for coming in, and it's awful late there in Australia. I already know it is, so hopefully you get a good night's sleep. But we got there and we walked around, took some pictures, and filmed a little bit of an intro, but we didn't use it in any of the videos. But then we went in. You know, they had everybody come in, and upon the request, we did not film a walkthrough, like showing all the different sites, because the whole point is to get everybody to come there and experience the museum part for themselves, you know, to help keep it funded. So we did not film any of that. We did take pictures though. So that first video is going to be just pictures of everything that we took.
Which the picture was so we could catch something.
Yeah. And we did. We'll get there. But
I snatched the soul.
You snatched the soul. And they had it divided into 3 different investigations there. All of us were there. We all broke off into teams. And
Alice.
hello,
Hey.
Alice. It's been a while since we got that. And we did bring Gizmo with us. And we broke off into teams. And Autumn, myself, and got to be the 2 people that got to go on. Their names were Danny and Daisy. They had never been on any kind of paranormal investigation before.
Yeah.
So we got to experience that with them and kind of got them along. Cabinet. Oh no, there's no rules to drop. You can drop all links you want. There's no thing like that.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Steven. Or maybe they're
Autumn,
talking to them.
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, they ask that people don't come in and film
Every single thing.
like
Because they wanted people to come. Because
yeah.
they just won't show up if they can see it online.
Yeah, so and we actually filmed each area twice. We filmed it. They had it divided off between Dustin, Zeke, and Vicky, and each one had like
Emotion.
Dustin had the bottom floor, and then Zeke had the top floor, and then Vicky had the cemeteries and the barn. And we did the investigations with them. And Dustin's was really the only one that had any light. You know, he had the green light. So you could see it. But
People are coming.
But the one out in the barn and outside, those were in the dark, basically. Pretty much. But seeing it ain't the point. It's what you hear.
Yeah.
Because people speak all the time on those investigations, and because you got to think, the owner Bear put it in perspective for us to search the Bigfoot. Oh yeah,
Yes. We're gonna be doing that eventually.
But like I said, the owner, he gave us basically the complete history of the place. And on that basement, that is where they used it as an operating room. When there's 6,000 troops outside with arms, legs, and holes everywhere, they would bring them in the window, put them on a table, and they would operate, whether it was cut a hand off, whatever, and then the person that had the surgery would go through the other windows, and body parts would be just thrown out of the way because they were trying to save as many lives as possible. So if you have any kind of medium abilities, when you go there, you can sense it.
Yeah.
You can sense and just see the screams and the hollers. And here's what kind of made me just say, what? You know, that house was only 2 years old when that war happened. they'd only lived in it for 2 years. And then now your basement floor that's dirt is now soaked with blood, and you have that permeating through the whole entire house. And I mean, it's just insane. But and then pain, yeah, see, it said pain. So when we went down there with Dustin, there was it's period correct. There's even a cannon down there in the bottom, I think it was.
It's a beautiful house. Even if you're not into the paranormal, just to go do the history, it's worth walking the house.
Yeah. And like Dustin said, we were down there.
Children want to speak.
Well, y'all can speak.
And Dustin broke out the Spotted Ghost's SLS. And when it would show on us, it would just show a basic figure, or it wouldn't show at all. But when he did Yvonne, the mannequin, it was waving, moving its arms around like it was excited. And as we would talk to her, her eyes would move. She'd change her face somehow. And yes, he did, PW. He did give her a yellow rose, I believe it was. He did. And we were getting all kinds of things on the Spirit Talker, and he had the what was that? He had the Spirit Box going, and then we had the K2 meters.
And he has a motion thing.
Yeah.
If they walk in front of
it would play. And we went into another room to speak in there, and Yvonne said, "No, get out of here.
I know.
Come back to me." Basically, want us to go back. So we stayed in there, and we got 35 minutes each. In the areas, first floor, basement, the top floor, and the barn. And then we had a break and then go back, because this was like a 6 or 8 hours ordeal. And
yeah, we had a lot of amazing experience.
And then we went into the barn with Vicky, and we were getting all sorts of stuff on there. Her motion light thing kept going off. They had a grid light in there. And then the K2s were going off.
My life was short.
Your life was short.
We're sorry.
And well, hi, Emma Jane.
Hey, thank you for coming in.
Good to see you. And that was amazing, just experiencing that. And then we went into the slave cemetery. That was really awesome too. There's soldiers buried there. There's just all kind of stuff. And then the one of the ladies from a different paranormal group asked pantaloons or petticoats, and it said pants. It's clear as day. It said pants.
And they was messing with me. The challenge I like to play with the little girls at the Edith's house, like knocking on something.
Pains in my chest.
Pains in your chest.
And they said yes, and I did, and they're like, psych.
Yeah, they said psych, like they wanted to play the game, but then
they didn't want it.
And then we went upstairs with Zeke, and there was this chair in the corner in the master bedroom. And I'm telling you, you could just see that person sitting there glaring at you. He wasn't there, but you could see him, though. Like, it was insane.
Oh, hey.
Well, hi there, Jared. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for coming in. And we just had some of the most insane things happen there. It was crazy.
And then that mirror.
Chanel with the Elite Vixens, yes. And we took pictures the whole time. Pictures before, pictures after, growl. And we did get some stuff, and we're going to go over that too. But while we were upstairs with Zeke, we randomly, can you find that picture? if you still have it.
What picture?
The
Which one?
church.
Oh yeah.
Though it said church. Hi, Limestone. Good to see
Hey.
you. Thank you for coming in. We sure appreciate you. And oh yeah, now the evidence is going to be probably 2 to 3 weeks out. Again, because of requests, they want to review it and make
Just
sure
to make
that
sure we
it's
was
to the.
respectful.
Hold on before you show that. But yeah, and then before she shows you this, I'm going to tell you the story. This is particular picture is at one of the places that Google Map took us to.
Yeah, well, we wasn't planning on going. It's like,
And we got the word church across whatever, the Spirit Talker or whatever. It clearly said church. And everybody said, well, there's no church involved in this. And I looked at Autumn and I said, hey, check this church out. Or do you remember that church? Hi, David. Good to see you.
hey,
And then we got Defrauding Charitans. Good to see you. Thank you so much
Welcome
for
in.
coming. It's good to see you. And well, that chat ain't showing nothing. Hold on a minute.
Silent.
Silent. That's funny. But is it not? Oh yeah, you got to plug it back up. All right, I'm fixing something right quick. Give me just a minute. All right. Well, it said church, so go ahead and show them that. This is the church. It's a really
I don't know if they can see it because of the light.
There you go.
Over.
It's beautiful.
It's an old stone church with iron doors. It has stained glass windows. Like, it is beautiful. And I said, Betsy.
Hey, Betsy.
And I said, could it be talking about that? And I kind of explained to Zeke about it, and he just said, well, that's curious. I don't know. Well, when it became, the break
Listen
time.
for my voice.
Okay, we'll
We
listen.
will.
When it came time for a break, we went down there, and me and Zeke and Bear was there, and I asked Bear, I said, that what had happened? And he said, well, that's mighty funny. Let me tell you a story. So when the owner's first wife, the person who built the house, first wife died, she was buried out in the yard. And of course, when he died, he was buried out in the yard. And his second wife, Harriet, would walk and visit him every day. Well, when she passed, it was in her will written down to have him exhumed and buried in the same hole with her, because she did not want that man staying with that woman the rest of his life.
That sounds about right.
And the insane part is that grave is right next to this church. So something
Liam.
changed our point and took us to that cemetery, which is
Liam.
insane. So that was crazy, and I couldn't believe it. But and Harriet, she's one that she's usually known by her wooden hand, and the story behind her. Absolutely. The story behind her hand is one of the soldiers was defiling one of the girls, and she stepped in place, and that soldier said, you'll never do that again. He cut her hand off, and somebody made her one out of wood that had the thumb that stuck out where she could push and pull with it. So, is that the one?
With the mirror?
That's not Harriet. I'm talking about the one.
No, the one with her.
Yeah. It's the
It
one
might be here. We don't know.
The one out in the yard, from the window. Autumn's going to pull the picture up. I think we got her, or she got her on. She just got to find it.
It's,
I'm 10 years old.
You're 10 years
oh,
old?
hello.
There's so many pictures on there. We was trying to figure out how to get this
on
here, but we
StreamYard.
just couldn't figure it out. And next Sunday,
Amelia.
we will be live in Bear's channel next Sunday talking about the event. And then Monday, Tanya, Zeke, and Chanel will be live talking about it. And Myers can join if they want. But Autumn took a photo from the window out into the yard, and there is a clear full body apparition that kind of looks like Harriet. There it is. Let's pull that up a little bit bigger. Okay. Right there. I'll zoom it back out so you can see it. You can see her head. I had a pen. See her head and then her dress right there. So that I think that's Harriet, and it's to her side. You can kind of see like the make out of a hand. And there's that one, and all these was taken before we ever started investigating. And then there's some photos that she took while she was in the barn where you can actually see a man standing there. And Butcher. And like there's just some awesome pictures.
There's one I wanted to show, the mirror, the story about the mirror.
And while another part, while we were up there with Zeke in the top floor in the kids' room, there's a bed with a mannequin there, and there's dolls and stuff. Well, he would go up and sit beside her, and all of a sudden, a mirror that was on the wall would start vibrating. And he would try to go up to it, and it would stop before he'd ever get to it. And it would not do it again until he went back over there and sat down. Well, he did that. We would each go up to it. It wouldn't stop vibrating. Well, Autumn, while we were up there, spread the clothes back just enough to take a picture. And we caught a face.
I got
there's three of them. It's progressive.
First with the go down.
There it is.
Right there beside my phone.
Right there. Because I'm way back. There's.
Out.
All right. And then.
Nope.
That one.
Not that one. And then I turned the flash off.
Yeah. When she turned the flash off, you can see your face even better. It's a little distorted, but there's clear long hair, eyes, nose, mouth.
And then the next one I asked for some more light. Let's zoom out.
There you go.
And that's the one I
and
asked for some light.
And she came up a little bit closer,
and
see?
Then Steven's using light for him.
So we got that face. And in this same room, as we were doing our kind of walkthrough, taking photos, as we were going around the corner, I said, Autumn, do you see that child? There was a child standing between a chair and a bed, right where Zeke would have been sitting.
You can click on his name since you're rich. And it'll ask channel, and you go straight to
Yeah, if you just touch where it says professional paranormal research, it'll take you right to his channel. But that's why we make everybody blue, so you can do that. And then, why you have it like that? I think that's the one.
No, which one?
No, I was thinking that's. Never mind.
I don't think I got that one.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist. And then we got photos for days, that's for sure.
I want to do this one.
Okay. And this one, I think
Put
this
zoom
might
in. That's the one with the child.
this
and then
may
the-
be the same room, but where'd that pin go? This pane right here. No, it's this one.
and the,
This is a child's room.
I believe we on the outside.
There's
a child in that one, and then you zooming out.
Yeah.
Let him zoom in.
And then like over top of
There's
him,
there's people all in it.
one there, and one there. It's almost like maybe a mom, a
More.
father, and a child there. Cool. Real name, by the way. And then,
There's a Amy.
oh, well, hi,
Hey.
Amy. I didn't see you there. Good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Sister.
And it said
Hey,
sister.
sister.
That's awesome. And then this one, this is as we were investigating, this is a full body apparition of a
They
soldier.
told me to take a picture. And there was something else in the picture. Now I can't see it. I got to tell you. Here's a soldier. This was in the graveyard.
And then
No, I didn't.
you didn't? I got mine I can pull up quick too whenever.
You go ahead and pull it. But I want to have never ever look at your pictures while you're
Yes.
at the hall.
Don't do it.
No. If they see that you caught them and they don't want you seeing them,
Guillotine.
they will erase your pictures.
Yeah. This is the room where Zeke was investigating. And of course, the person in white, that's Emma. But right there beside her is a red chair. That is the chair that I swear you could see somebody just sitting there. I mean, just insane. And then on the corner of the bed, I took two different.
We will email to them. We've
Oh, yeah.
been busy the day with schooling and stuff.
And then this one is the same shot of the bed, and I'll zoom in a minute. But do y'all see how clear the photo is? And then there's that one spot that's blurry, okay? Super blurry. But if you look at that close enough, that looks like a gray coat. There's no head, but this is a pillow. But right here, there's a shoulder, a neck, and there's a jacket right there. I believe it's a Confederate soldier just sitting there on the corner of that bed. And
hey,
then,
welcome in.
hi, Scully. Good to see you, brother. Thank you
Because
for coming.
in the same picture of the soldier, this is the one on the. I was looking. Injected. That don't.
There's like a mist right there in the tree.
When I was sitting there,
Marble.
I could swear there was a beast-like form in it.
Yeah.
But they didn't want me to see it, so they erased it.
Yeah. It's not there
And the
anymore.
person we was investigating with, she had an amazing picture.
Yes.
And she showed Zeke,
Mm-hmm.
and it got erased.
There's a photo above that red chair of a man, like a bust of a man. When she took her picture,
Oh, the thumbnail.
No, that thumbnail photo is
That's
not ours.
from us. It's from the hall.
Yeah, it's from the hall.
We was gone and we needed a picture.
Yeah,
So that credit goes to them.
yeah. But when she took that photo, the man's face was gone. There was just a picture there that was blank. And they took two different pictures to show it, but the picture with the face gone, it disappeared. All right, let me pull up that next picture. So I showed this one first. Was it that one? That one's the one I showed first. So let me go back and find the other one. All right. Now this one,
That's a screenshot.
if you look a little closer, it's in the same position, but this time there's a man with a head and a beard. But he's still got that same jacket and coat. And I believe one of them you could see like pants.
Channel. Yeah, channel.
I didn't take many pictures because I was filming, and of course there's the outside of the hall. But we have now this one is in the barn. This one right here will blow your mind.
If you can see.
I know you can see the two dots.
The lights. We don't know what them are, but look, them are about under his cape, his face, his. Yeah,
it's kind of hard to show because of the reflection, but
down.
There is a clear face right there, and then there's shoulders, and there you can see like a shirt there. And I don't know if maybe the dots were something to do with his uniform or what. But we'll have an entire
Can you play music?
video
not right this minute.
Like I said, with slideshow of all the different pictures we took in the daytime. And as we find, these pictures here, and when we listen back to our videos, we're going to put a video together with all the evidence and just show that. So, it was pretty crazy.
And leaving, when we left Franklin, all of a sudden I felt this feeling of something pulling me back in emotion, like I needed to go back.
Yeah.
So
they were calling us back.
So we're definitely going to go back next year.
Yes. So the hall is calling, and we want to answer again as soon as we can. But,
yeah.
And the trip altogether was not bad. For 3 days, the rental car, the hotel, the food, we didn't spend maybe $700.
Yeah.
And that's a really nice hotel, really nice car, and we had a ball. It was worth every dime.
Yeah.
Getting to meet everybody in person.
I worked here.
You worked here. Autumn got 3 of Zeke's books signed and autographed.
Yeah.
To
I
her.
can't wait when I get time to read them.
And Bear and his team graciously drew for prizes. And I won this Night Stalker Cup. And then Vicky and Dustin gave out some awesome keepsakes.
And we drew, and Steven drew.
Electric.
This one is amethyst.
And
little
he got
ghost.
a ghost. And I got a ghost.
And hers is citrine, I think. I think that's what that is. There you go. And then, Dustin, if you're still on here, we found something you need to kind of look up if you're interested, or maybe Vicky or somebody. But we found on Amazon this company called Chingu sells the cat toys. Those things don't last long. But let's see. Are they all in the bag?
Did you get?
There's 15 cat toys in this box. 15. I paid $25 for them.
Cops found them. And
Yes.
he recommended
Crossover
them.
Paranormal found these.
That's what she wanted.
And because ours are all dying. So on Amazon, I think you just put in the cat toys, and then it's called Chingu. I'll close this back up and show you that label. Chingu 15-piece cat toys. $25. So we have plenty of these, and then let me unplug this.
Sit and listen.
And we also got this to help. I think fucking do it.
Something.
We also got this to kind of help with some energy. So
Yeah, that's what she wanted to use.
and as if you touch it, you see how that blue line goes. If a spirit touches it, you can see it change. So we got that also, and all this shipped to our house was only $37. And like I said, I know that Vicky and Tanya, all them love the cat toys, so I figured that this would be a very, very
We're
good
hiding.
place for everybody to get some.
Y'all don't have to hide.
And while we were at the hall, we also got to do dowsing rods.
Yeah, we have
Man,
them.
those were awesome. That was the first.
What's her name? His mannequin girl.
Oh, I can't remember. I'm terrible. with names.
Yvonne.
Yvonne, yes.
Oh, she liked them.
She loved those things.
She said she really liked somebody.
Yeah, she likes Dustin. Oh man, them things went whoop, like, and it wasn't moving until we said let go on that. She likes Dustin. well, hi Johnny.
Hey.
Good to see you, brother. Appreciate you
Welcome
coming.
in.
But
I trust you.
Well, we're glad you trust us.
needless to say, our trip was very fruitful. We got so many things. And then here's another thing. This is completely nothing to do with the hall. Did that thing set Steven? Listen. I have no idea. But on our way home, something was messing with our GPS again because we ended up in Murfreesboro, which we were already going there.
Thank you, Johnny.
And it took us to the square for some reason. And while we were there, you know, there's all kinds of Civil War history there, plaques, statues, all that. The courthouse was open on a Sunday, and they had a museum. So we got permission to go in and film that. And we got an even better thing, too. The security officer asked us, did we go upstairs? And I said, no, sir. I said, we didn't know it was allowed. He said, well, I can't allow you in the courtroom. But since you're filming, if you'll go up to the third floor, he gave us access to look over. There's a balcony that looks over into the courtroom. So we got to show that. We got to show all kinds of neat stuff. And then the second time it messed up,
Leonard.
was it were the cannons in Murfreesboro? Yeah, okay. While we were at Murfreesboro, I saw some cannons, and I said, well, that's cool. I've been writing a story on...
Or it could have been in Florida, Fayetteville.
No, it wasn't
No,
Fayetteville. Yeah, it was. It was Fayetteville. Okay, well, again, we were trying to find another park. It was something Stonebridge Memorial Park. That's what it was. Hi, visiting Dead Adventures. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for coming.
Whispers.
Freeze.
And
You better freeze. Get down.
and on our way to that park, it took us to Fayetteville's Courthouse Square. And there were these really old cannons there that were on cannon bases. And I said, well, that's funny. Those look old. Well, I just so happened to be writing the history on Fort Morgan in Mobile, Alabama. And guess where those cannons were from? Those were the two 10-inch smoothbore cannons that were fitted with 8-inch rifle barrel inserts that were removed from the fort. They took them there. So I'm like, how crazy is that?
Be good.
And we filmed that place, and then we went to the Stone Bridge, and there's a little miniature replica of the actual stone bridge that went across that got blown down in the storm. But we We went there.
Don't tell it what. If in Franklin, if you get lost in the country,
Oh,
just
the
follow
McDonald's
the McDonald's sign.
And guys, Franklin has some history. There is, I don't know what it
False.
is about Franklin, but there are disappearances. People just walking throughout a field and disappear. There, of course, the people that died, at the hall getting operated on. But there's also UFO history. Right in front of our hotel, there was this wall, it had pictures on it and it told what each picture meant. And it was like a through the years thing. Well, there was also a plaque there. And when I read it, it was telling the story of a pilot that crash landed in that exact same spot after
Haunted
reporting
Grove in the night.
Haunted Grove in the night. But he had reported that there was an unidentified object flying in the air, and then he crash landed. And that happened right in front of our hotel. Like, it's insane of the stuff going on. And then this sign that Autumn's talking about, you see all these billboards around that has Taco Bell and all that. Well, we were lost out in the woods and the fields. I'm like, look at that McDonald's sign. It is twice as tall as any other of the signs there. So if you ever lost and need to find town, look for the McDonald's sign because you can see it for miles.
And what about that road they said don't paint on?
Oh, yeah. And there was another way back country road. There, of course, up there they don't have city walls and stuff that's painted up. These kids spray painted the road for a mile or longer, probably 2 miles. It's nothing but spray paint on that strip of road. And it is so bad they had to put a sign up that says no painting the roads, $500 fine.
Something like that, yeah.
And we filmed that too to show y'all.
Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
So
nice to meet you.
The experiences in Franklin was something else for sure. Every place that we went to was so awesome. We only went to one place that we couldn't get into, and that was because it was kind of private. It was a private cemetery. But other than that, every other cemetery we went to was pretty awesome. And we kind of went to one, but we didn't film anything because it's got those old laid and flat stones, all modern. And
let me tell you though, if you go to Kentucky and you're out in the country, bug spray.
Yes, please bring some.
Mosquitoes are
everywhere.
Bad. They're so bad they'll follow you in your car.
Yes.
And you'll have to get going and roll the window down and slap them out.
Yeah. So, man. But I know one thing. It's going to take me the next 3 days to get over this trip because I'm so worn out.
On the way back, it was so hot.
It was 95.
Don't trust the bad ones.
Don't trust the bad ones.
We don't. Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right now, you can write this down. We went through every part we were allowed to go through at that place. It had some, you could feel the heaviness, but there was nothing evil about it. There was no demons at that place. There was some spirits that wanted you to think they were. There was no demons there. It was very peaceful.
I like to talk.
And I mean, we felt absolutely at peace there. I mean, there was some heavy areas, but that's just because of the concentration of spirits that was in that particular area. But
like Beryl said, there ain't nothing evil there. If you die, if you're an asshole when you're alive, you die as one, and that's basically what's there.
Yeah, and there's some spirits that want you to think that they are to make you think they're big and bad, but they're not. And just like us, if you make us mad, we'll pick you up and throw you out the door. So when you go into these places,
you got to be respectful.
if you respect them, they respect you. So, I mean, we had the best time.
Yeah, and Bear's an amazing person.
Yes.
He's very knowledgeable.
And
We could sit down and listen to him for hours about all his knowledge.
And we want to thank him for doing what he does to help keep it going and to share the knowledge of the paranormal with everybody. And
150 over
what
100.
would you rate? Oh, and yeah, we ain't got that far yet, Dustin. And yes, Dustin and Vicky and Zeke and Beth and Tanya, everybody like that. You couldn't beat it. Like the investigations were amazing. And I mean, it was actually organized.
Yeah.
We had all had a good time.
Script.
And there was no fake.
No.
Dustin was who Dustin is.
Yeah.
He is the same on here as he is there, and the same with the other
I thought he
ones.
was going to bring out some karaoke.
Oh yeah. He tried it. He tried it. And
People are coming.
getting to hear Emma play and sing, and we got to investigate at the same time. That was awesome. I got to put that video together, and we're going to call it Octagon Hall After Hours, because after everybody left, then just us stayed. So, it was amazing. It was amazing. So, but we had a blast and can't wait. We're not going to be able to go up in October, that's for sure. But next year at some point.
We finished all our money we had put up
Yeah.
for this year traveling. But next year we have a lot we want to do.
Yeah. So we're trying our best to.
Yes, if you don't believe, go. It's a beautiful house. Go check out its history. Listen to Bear.
Yeah. You don't have to believe in the paranormal to go. You can just look at the museum. It's only a $5 donation just to look at the museum. And there's so much history there. You could walk that. I think we walked it 3 or 4 times and found something
all
different.
the donation goes into fixing the.
Yes, the repairs.
Yeah, it really got hit by the last storm. That's why all the donation went, and that's why we had the fundraiser. They had the fundraiser to fix all the repairs. So,
and in October there's going to be a 2-day hunt. So if any of you guys are interested, you can go on to the site, and they'll be selling tickets. And it's not very expensive at all. It's very affordable. And like I said, all your money will be going to the upkeep of the hall. So if y'all are interested, if y'all like what we've shown you, and the more to come, you can experience it for yourself. Yeah. So y'all, like I said, just go on the website and hit them up, get you a ticket. And if you stay there, we recommend the Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah,
because it's a good hotel and it's affordable. So.
Hey, Alexander.
But like I said, we really do appreciate everybody coming out here tonight and hanging with us and listening to us talk crazy. But share. Well, I'm glad we got to share a few photos, and in the coming weeks, there he is. Come visit the first weekend in October.
Oh, that would be great if we could make it. But
yeah,
all our next trips will be next year.
Yeah.
We're planning a lot, hopefully.
So, if y'all want to experience what we experienced, hit them up. You will not regret it at all. So, I think we'll end it here. I know it's a little early, but we're still tuckered out from that trip. Equal. But like I said, we thank each and every one of you, our new ones that's come in. We appreciate y'all. Like I said, we can't thank Dustin and Vicky and Tanya and Beth and Zeke and even Emma for her playing, and Bear and Mama Bear and Billy and what was her name? Chantel.
And everybody that showed up and donated.
We can't thank y'all enough for allowing us and letting us have that experience. So Like I said, guys, until next time,
Bye, y'all.
we'll see you. Bye, y'all.